Welcome back, match two here. Make Amarr great again versus offline. Ready for should be an exciting match here. Teams coming in at sort of 90-degree warp-ins from each other. We've got the offline team sitting their entire team up at range at 50. They got that APOC, they got the range. They're not too concerned. Whereas the Make Amarr great again team, they've come in at sort of a bunch of different ranges with the Executor furthest out, and you got the Prophecy and Punisher sitting ready to go right at the middle.
And this speaks to what we're going to see that team try and do. You've got Dempsey's Kadesh in the Prophecy, and you've got Hollanday's Source in the Puncher, and they're going to be going straight in trying to get tackle on ships from that offline team. Prophecy we've seen used a lot of the time as a heavy tackle because once it gets on top of a ship, it's very hard to remove.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you've got any form of links for it, which it obviously carries its own links, so it does. And the Executor, with that, the Prophecy is just an absolute brick of EHP to chew through. And immediately we're seeing offline putting their damage onto that shield dummy. It's already gone down to about half shield, so he's taking significant chunks of damage. Although, that being said, Hugh Lightbender and the Osprey on the offline team also taking significant damage, probably from the drones from the dummy. He's dropped bouncers in the centre now, so he's going to be hitting reasonably well. And that Osprey's just slowly pulling range out to about 75k and climbing.
Indeed, and those bouncers are going to be a pretty damn scary thing for Hugh Lightbender and that Osprey, because sat in the middle of the arena, they're going to hit pretty much anywhere. There is very little he can do to get away from that damage unless his team can finish off that, can take out the Dominix itself.
Yeah, the Dommy's just sitting miles away just now. He's just slowly trundling forward, but he's just got a significant amount of distance to move if he wants to get any closer to the Make Amarr great, to the offline team there. Offline, they are slowly taking damage in that Osprey. He's now dropping down to about 28% shield. I haven't seen him fire for a while, so perhaps he's trying to save his boosters, but he's now dropping almost to the bottom of his shields. He is at 108 kilometers, so he is trying to just outrange those bouncers and clearly not having much luck. He's still boosting, but that was a very long wait between boosts, so either he's trying to reload or that was on cap. Now damage onto the offline from Make Amarr great team onto the Prophecy now, but that's a huge chunk of EHP to chew through, so this could be a bit of a slog just now as both teams just try and take out a key ship on the other side and then maybe try and snowball.
And here we see damage actually going onto that slasher, and it's down into hull. We've seen them take very little damage across the course of the championships, but that was massive volley potentially from those bouncers with a good chance on alignment.
Yeah, it looked like maybe that slasher there just tried to burn towards something and just got caught out and got a huge chunk of damage because he went from almost full shield to about 18% structure in one hit. He's now getting reps. He's okay just now as long as he keeps that transversal up. He is AB Frig and he's got tiny sig, so that is what he has to do, is just keep his transversal up and avoid taking another one of those hits. I think it's just drones that are now sort of like whittling him away, but with the Osprey still alive, he's able to rep up that slasher quite nicely. But Yoshiro Sin in the slasher is playing a very dangerous game now. He doesn't have much to play with.
Indeed, another volley like that and he will be gone, but it's Hugh Lightbender that's suffering right now, and he's down into low armor. He's into hull, and he's potentially going to drop here. He's out of charges, and he is out of this match.
Yeah, so losing that Osprey is a pretty big deal. The APOC, though, it is armor, and it does have its own rep, so they do have a chunk of EHP still to chew through, even without that Osprey. Now, if that slasher can get in and tackle something heavy, not die, for one, and then they can use that damaging APOC to just chew through some of the ships on the Make Amarr great again team. This fight is still not over, but without Logi, that slasher we're probably going to see just get whittled away, and he is down.
Indeed, without Logi, every single, even though you can only scrape tiny bits of damage onto that slasher, it doesn't have the HP to stand up on its own. I'm going to see something similar happen to the Thrasher. Again, it's got some tank, enough to catch reps, but not enough to hold up on its own, and that's going to be gone as well. Prophecy is being taken very low. It got tackle on that Apocalypse early, and that's probably why it suddenly started taking all the DPS, was Pandy turning the guns on that, trying to get rid of it because it was right in front of him, whereas that Dominix is way away and fairly safe from... Oh, sorry, I tell a lie. The Dominix is way away. The Dominix is now right in and throwing newts on the Apocalypse.
Yeah, quite important there. What Make Amarr great again want to do here is try and save that prophecy at all costs and try and secure a domination victory. So I did see the Algos come in and put Scram on that Apoc. So I think maybe the the prophecy wants to try and pull some range and let the Domi and the Algos take care of holding down that Apoc, neuting him out and stopping the damage where the Executor just rips up that prophecy. So that's what they want to be focusing on now. He is very low armor, so if that Apoc can work through him and kill him before he goes down himself, he will stop a domination victory for Make Amarr Great Again, and that is a big, big deal.
Indeed, in honesty, they couldn't have got that prophecy out of range, but all those newts are shutting down tackle, shutting down damage coming out of that apocalypse. You mess with application, you mess with how many rounds it can get off, and you will try and keep that prophecy alive, and it looks like they've probably done it as that apocalypse falls. Ferox has a decent amount of damage, but it can't do much on its own.
He has 124 kilometers though, that Ferox. Ice Tim and the Ferox pushing the edge of the boundary, sitting at 124, moving oblique to it, so he is coming back in now, 123. He's realised what he's done. We did also see Hollandaise Sauce and the Punisher just skirt up towards the boundary as well. He got within a couple of Ks, and that would be disaster if you lost your team a domination victory simply because you flew out of the arena. But it looks like if that Ferox could just maybe kill that Algos, which is he's working on it quite well at the moment. If he can get some good hits on it, again stopping that domination victory. Ice Tim here, can he do it? He's got lots of damage now on that Algos. There's no reps landing. The Algos is now he's getting his reps. He's about 30% armor. So if that Ferox can heat and finish off that Algos, he can stop the domination victory. But it doesn't look like it this time.
Indeed, it's that Algos is taken low again, but the Ferox is into armor. It's not going to last that long, and reps have begun to land on that. Sorry, the Ferox is into structure. The Algos is catching reps, and this is probably going to be a domination victory going over to Marga.
Yeah, and with that, the Ferox goes down. Domination victory there for Make Amarr Great Again. We almost saw the Algos go down from that hero Ferox following that Ice Time there, but W4R in the Executor able to just burn across, get reps on his friend, and just save the domination victory. And great match. We'll hand it back to the studio.